Welcome to 15-Minute Theatre, the only awards show that squeezes 23 productions into however long it takes. Strike up the band. Hi Vicky.
Hi James.
It's been a whole year.
I can't actually believe it.
The time has flown.
Hasn't it flown?
We have been to see 23 different productions.
That's pretty good. That's almost 2 a month.
Yeah, we've done quite a few. I think we should be proud of ourselves.
We should be very proud of ourselves.
And tonight's a very special night.
Yeah.
We're dressed up to the nines.
Absolutely.
We've had a slap up meal.
We have.
And we are going to present our awards. We've got a load of categories, so we're not going to waste any time. I think we're going to get straight on with it. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm just moving things so the dog can't.
Yeah, Columbo's here. He's got his bow tie on.
He has indeed.
He's very excited.
Yes.
So we set this up because we like going to the theatre, don't we?
Oh, thoroughly enjoy it.
And we felt that other people needed to hear our points of view.
I think probably everyone needs to hear our points of view at all times.
Whether they're right or not, who gives a toss?
Yeah.
But we are here and we've really enjoyed this year, haven't we?
Yes, it's been very good.
Okay, so I have some very fancy golden envelopes here, Vicky.
They are. I just want to say that James is actually holding a pile of golden envelopes.
Oh, I certainly am.
I know.
No expense spared. And we've got some Carver.
We have got some We should say champagne.
Oh, yes, we've got... yeah.
Our listeners can't see what we're drinking.
You're right.
We've got some Perrier Jouet,
Ooh.
some Veuve Clicquot.
We've had some caviar.
We've had caviar and all the fine dining things.
Yeah, Dame Judy Dench has served us tonight with the food. Thank you very much, Judy.
Thanks, Judy. Oh, it's all right, any time.
And Cyril McCullough, he did a little song for us.
Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome.
And Paddy Constantine, he was the doorman for us, so...
He was. I don't know what his natural accent is, but yeah.
It's kind of like north. It's like north. I don't know.
Yeah, from the north.
He didn't really say much. He just muttered a bit.
He just opened the doors, didn't he?
All right, so we're going to kick straight off. So our first category is best effects.
Okay.
Okay. So Vicky, I'm going to hand you the envelope.
Okay.
On the back of your envelope, you will find the nominees.
The nominees for 15-Minute Theatre's and first inaugural... Oh, they're the same thing, aren't they? Inaugural annual awards show for Best Effect are The Ferryman, Network, The Twilight Zone, and Young Frankenstein. I'm going to open the envelope. Oh no. It's not like the awards where they're already pre-opened.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
And the winner is... Dun dun dun! James is pressing a button on the sound effect. He's waiting for me. Network!
Okay, so this. Why did we think the effects were so good at Network?
It was just such an originally staged production. I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Multimedia, but done well.
Yes, and it was just incredibly well
And
done.
it was, I'm right to say it was at the National, wasn't it?
It was at the National.
Massive stage, really glitzy. It was. Yeah, it was a visual feast.
Yeah, it was just brilliantly done, basically.
Brilliant. I think we both chose that as our highest, so
Okay.
that's fantastic.
Well done, Network.
All right, thank you very much, Network. Right, so we're going to move straight on. We're doing some of the categories that might not be as exciting as the others.
Okay, fine.
So, next one is Best Music.
Best Music. I have the golden envelope in my hand.
That's exciting.
So, the nominees for 50 Minutes Theatre Award for Best Music is Grinning Man, The Little Match Girl, Romantics Anonymous, and Young Frankenstein.
Okay.
What could it be? We should have, maybe...
No, I think this
Oh
is
my gosh,
part of
it's
the
so
fun.
exciting. And the winner is... Grinning Man. So this is Best Music, and why did you think that was the best music?
Well, it was original music.
Yes.
And and we haven't been to see very many musicals, have we? Actually, this
No,
year?
weirdly, because we do love a musical,
We do
don't we?
love a musical, but the only real proper musical I think we've been seeing in the whole categories was Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, which wasn't our favourite, was it?
No. But Grinning Man, I like the atmosphere that the music created. It
Yes.
felt new. It didn't feel fake. It didn't grate on me.
Yeah, they were good
Now,
songs.
Wise Children was a close choice for me, which kind of scraped him right at the end.
See, I didn't put that in because we've only just been to see it.
Yeah, it was
Because
really
I would
close,
probably
wasn't
put
it?
that at the
Yeah.
top. Oh, that's
I like
annoying.
that. And I'll tell you what, but we're talking about the Grinning Man, not... but yeah,
I think we
I
should
love the carnival atmosphere.
I think we should include Wise Children in next year's awards.
Okay, we will push
Let's
that
do
over
that.
to next year's awards. Okay, fantastic. All right, now before we get on to the next category,
Yes.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the ones that got away.
Yeah.
And I've just got a couple here. So before we started the podcast proper,
Oh, yeah.
we had we went to see a couple of shows.
Yes, we did.
One of them was the Glass Menagerie.
Oh, which I loved, didn't I?
Oh, and so did I. It was
Really, really, really good. Did we didn't review this, did we?
no, it was just before we started reviewing, but
Yeah.
it should have been in these categories. But
Yeah.
I was prepared for something that was a little bit heavy, little bit hard work, a bit
Yeah.
like when we went to college, when we were at college and went to see a play, and it was so uplifting. It was such a
It was wonderful, wasn't it? And I've just noticed this guy, Michael Esper, is in Trust, which is on the BBC at the moment about the Gettys.
Yes,
and
I've
he's
seen a couple of
fantastic
those.
in it.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
massive fan of that show.
Yeah, really good.
Brilliant.
And the other one you wanted to talk about was Our Lady of Perpetual Succor. We couldn't figure out how to say it, should we?
Succor. And we recorded this podcast, but for one reason or another, I think it was a sound issue. We had to let it go.
Yeah.
But
It was good fun.
It was a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good fun.
And I think if this had got in there, it would probably got up there with the music because they used ELO. And the cast were brilliant. I can really see this. I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't a film in a couple of years.
Yeah, it was really good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good cast, really enjoyable night.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say a mention to those two.
No,
that got away.
good mentioning.
All right, so we're going to move on, Vicky.
Yep.
The next category is Best Actress.
Right.
I was going to say Best Female
Okay.
Actor. You can decide. I don't mind.
So, interestingly, one of these nominees only I saw.
Right, yes, which would have had a huge effect on the voting.
Yes. So, Best Actress nominees are Carey Mulligan.
Oh, sorry, what was she in?
She was in Girls and Boys.
Yeah.
Which you didn't see and I did. Zoe Wanamaker for The Birthday Party.
Lovely.
Carly... Oh, how do you say her
Brennan?
name? I can't read James's writing.
Can I have a look?
Borden?
Carly Borden.
Borden, yeah. She was in The Little Match Girl.
Yes.
Jenny Seagrove, who was in
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
She played the mother.
Sheila Hancock for Harold and Maude.
Yes.
So let's open this envelope, and the winner is Carly Borden for Romantics Anonymous.
Okay, so
Is it Borden or Border?
Borden.
Okay,
It is
I'm
Borden.
going with you.
Yeah. So again, I mean, one of the good things about doing this whole podcast is that I've been pleasantly surprised at a lot of the things we've seen, and this was a really good one.
It was so good.
Yeah, and I think Carly, I'm going to call her Carly.
Yeah.
She was so natural.
Yeah.
And so engaging and so beautiful. Not as in she was very pretty, but beautiful in her performance.
Yeah.
And you just rooting for her the whole time.
It was a wonderful production, wasn't it? I really, really loved it. And it was, you're right, it seemed very natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved it.
But she really stood out, and it wasn't... where was it? Remind me, it was...
Sam Wanamaker Playhouse.
Right, which is next to the Globe, isn't it? So she didn't overplay it, but I thought it was a very delicate performance.
Yeah, it was great. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. So, well
done, Carly.
Right, we're going to move on, and the next category is Best Costume.
Best Costume.
Now, I have to be clear, this is not the best individual costume.
This is the best group costumes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go straight to the noms.
Okay.
We've got Grinning Man,
Yes.
Little Match Girl,
Yes.
Romantics Anonymous, and Young Frankenstein.
Right, okay.
Opening the shiny golden envelope.
Gold.
It's probably coming up very loud because it's quite close to the microphone. And the winner is The Little Match Girl.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of that. So, That was kind of talking about fairy tales, really, wasn't it?
Yes, and the costumes were fabulous. There was an amazing frog.
Yes!
There was some weird creatures with lots of arms.
Yeah.
It was very stylised. And I've noticed, we've been to see a few of this director, Emma Rice's productions now, and they've all been like really stylised.
Oh, wow, is that Knee High Theatre? Was that Emma Rice who did Wise Children?
I think she did this. She definitely did Romantics Anonymous. I think she did Little Match Girl, but I might be wrong.
Okay, I bet that's probably the only programme I haven't got in
James
front
is
of me here.
leafing through the
Leafing
programmes.
through the programmes? Yes, that's probably the one I didn't... Oh, here we go.
I think it was her. Let's just double check that.
We're going to check that for you.
Bear with me.
We're trying a little bit harder to know a little bit. And hopefully next year, I wanted to say next year, Vicky, which hopefully we'll be able to see some links in what people do. Can you have a look through?
Yes.
I'm in a bit of trouble.
Okay, fine.
I'm almost certain it is because I recognise one of the actresses who was in Wise Children.
Yes, she was in Wise Children. I know exactly who you mean.
She played the grandma, didn't she?
So we are costume supervisor. Oh, the costume supervisor was Lucy Martin.
Right.
Well done, Lucy Martin.
Thank you, Lucy.
The director. Oh, where's the director? This is a bit confusing.
That's a bit tough, isn't it?
Okay, creative. Director and co-adapter Emma Rice.
Brilliant. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah, so she's definitely got a visual style. So I don't know whether she works with the same people quite a lot. But very striking, very sort of... I was talking to someone about Wise Children the other day, which we'll talk... We're going in next year's awards ceremonies, but it's sort of like a cross between sort of Wes Anderson, the Coen brothers, a bit of Tim Burton.
Yes, I thought Tim Burton, a bit of vaudeville.
Yeah.
And also... just telling a nice story, a good story that you engaged in, and
But anyway, we're talking about the costumes, not the story.
Yes,
and the costumes. Sorry, Columbo the dog is attempting to eat the remains of our delicious chicken that we had for our special awards ceremony meal.
But yeah, brilliant costumes, and also I'm going to stick props in there because we haven't got. We didn't do an award for props, and
well, their props weren't massive.
no, but their puppetry and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Loved it.
Right, let's move on.
All
to
right,
the next
we're going
one.
to move on, and the next one is Best Actor.
The coveted Best Actor prize.
Well, but I don't like to highlight this more than Best Female Actor.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I just want to make that clear.
No. Okay, so there's 3 nominees. Excuse me. I'm still not sure how you say this name. Bertie Cavell for Ink.
Yes.
Bryan Cranston for Network, and Paddy Considine for...
Just before you open it,
Yeah, The Ferryman.
All right, can we just talk a little bit, because I don't want to forget some of the things. So,
okay.
Ink, because if it doesn't get a mention, he played Rupert Murdoch,
yes,
I think, didn't he?
And he was wonderful.
Yeah, and I did like the other character, his kind of foil, who I can't remember now off the top of my head. But
he was outstanding, I think, from that production.
Yeah, lovely. And who was next?
Bryan Cranston for Network.
Well, Bryan Cranston, what can you say?
Well, the thing that... Well, okay, should we reveal it and then we can talk about it? Right, I'm going in. My little fingers are working extra hard. And coming out, the winner is... Paddy Considine, Bryan Cranston and Bertie Cavell.
Now, we chose the same actors, not in the same order.
Right.
But the point system, and obviously everybody else who voted for these things.
Yeah.
It all added up to the same score.
Okay. So who did you vote? Who did you put as number 1?
Oh, I think I put Paddy Considine.
Okay, and I put Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
So you must have put Bertie as number 2.
I think so.
And I... Oh, hang on, maybe I put Bertie as number 2.
I think we all put. A very different order, but same ones. But they're all brilliant.
All 3 of them. So we've talked about Bertie Cavell. He was wonderful. Paddy Considine.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite actors. I think he's very good. Although I don't know if he really nailed the Irish accent exactly.
The accent was a bit up and down.
But his intensity as an actor.
And what I thought was really great about him, it was such an ensemble cast, and he never detracted from that.
Yeah.
He was brilliant, but he never took away from anybody else's performance.
Which is not an easy thing to do.
No, that's a skill. That's a generous actor, isn't it?
And I still remember him really vividly at the start of that play, dancing with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It just felt really natural and loved it.
It was great. And Bryan Cranston, I think the thing that I found so amazing about his performance is because part of it you were looking at him on a screen, and part of it you were looking at him on the stage.
Yeah.
He switched from being a screen actor to a stage actor, which are very, very different skills. And he switched them so brilliantly, like instantaneously, brilliantly. And I think, didn't he win...
Olivier.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, I'm happy with that, because I thought that
I
was
have
brilliant.
to point out, compared to the 15-minute theatre award...
I mean, it's nothing, is it?
Olivier is nothing.
We'll be sending them all their statuettes in the post.
Right, now, you don't know about this one.
Okay, what's this one?
This is a little bit left field.
Oh.
This is Best 15-Minute Theatre Podcaster.
Oh, so who's voted for this?
Well, people have voted in by their
our
droves.
loyal viewers.
Who are the nominees?
Oh, no, so the nominees are James Wilden and Vicky Webber.
Right.
Oh, this is... Why did you do this? This is awful.
Well, it's just what the people want.
I mean, if I win, you're going to be upset, and if you win, I'm going to be upset. Oh, Columbo's off the chicken again. And the winner is Vicky Webber! Hey!
I've forgotten to do the claps.
Did anyone give their reasons about that?
Yes, I'd like to give a reason.
Okay.
You are so astute at your kind of observations and clear about what you're wanting to say and all these kind of things, but you are so funny. You make me laugh whenever I listen back to the podcast. You always make me chuckle, and it's a dream for you to be my fellow podcaster.
Oh.
I love going to the theatre with you, and I love the fact that when we leave the theatre, nowadays we're not allowed to talk about it until we start
it's quite
recording.
hard. It's quite
really
hard, isn't it?
And it's just such a delight. And I've never got into theatre as much as I have over this past year. So I've really enjoyed it. And so thank you. And that's why you're the best podcaster.
Well, shall I do a little acceptance speech?
Yes, please.
I've not prepared one. I wasn't so ever.
You're the only person who's actually turned up to pick up the award.
I know. It's because I'm great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's I really appreciate all the multiple votes that have gone into this.
Thousands.
Probably just you. No, thanks. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll carry on doing it and get a few more listeners and finally get some of those free tickets we've been angling for ages.
Well, I have to say, we've had a few.
We've had a
couple.
few, and we'll get...
And thank you very much for those people who've asked us to come down and support.
Thank you.
I know we often, we just go where we're asked to go. We don't care what sort of theatre it is, as long as it's inside the M25, because we are a bit lazy. Unless you want to pay for our 5-star hotel.
It's just a bit tricky, isn't it?
Exactly. But, thank you very much.
Well,
right.
thank you very much. Let's move on.
So, the next one is Best Set Design.
Best Set Design, okay. And the nominees for Best Set Design are The Ferryman, Network, Inc. and Grinning Man. Is it The Grinning Man?
I think it's The Grinning Man,
okay, The Grinning Man. Right, I'm going straight in. Right, and the winner is Network. Well, I mean, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
looked amazing. Yeah, I mean, the National, we've seen a couple of stinkers there, actually. But I like the fact that they're brave enough to put things like that on.
Yeah,
but that
me too.
was astounding to look at.
It was just fantastic the way they'd done it. They had the centre of it was the studio for the newsroom, and there were cameras around it. One side of it was an actual restaurant with people sitting down and eating.
Yes.
Then at the back you had the dressing room.
You had the gallery.
You had the gallery, and they even went outside and used the outside.
And am I right in saying the desk swung in and out?
Yeah, they moved stuff around.
Yeah, his presenting desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think just the fact that they had the logistics of having people eating like a 3-course meal on stage whilst actors are moving in and out of the restaurant. I mean, it was just amazing, wasn't it?
I think you'll find, Vicky, that tonight at the award ceremony we've had a 3-course meal, 2 courses. We're having another course in a minute.
Yep.
And I think you'll find that the logistics are quite good here as well.
You'll find they've worked out splendidly, haven't they?
Splendidly.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so we've only got a few awards left. The next one is for Best Script.
Best Script. Okay. And the nominees for Best Script are The Ferryman, Network, Girls and Boys, Inc. and The Box of Delights. It was a good noise. I really hope the microphone is picking these noises up. If not, we'll have to put them on in post. Okay, and the winner is The Ferryman.
All right.
Totally agree with this.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Blew us away, didn't it? It was just such a good story.
Jez Butterworth, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It was just... The dialogue was so good. It just sort of kept... It was a long play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it just totally kept you hooked
It
all the way
it
through.
was in 3 acts, so we had 2 intervals, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you know me, Vicky, I hate a long play.
He hates a long play.
I really do. If I can get away, then I'll get away. But... In fact, but I did not want to leave. I was enchanted. No. The story was so good.
Yeah.
Told through the characters, but
yeah. It was spellbinding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a really good message and a really good issue, but it wasn't rammed down your throat.
Yeah.
It was just told really naturally.
But it is interesting because I know people that have been to see it because we went to the original cast.
Yes.
And I know people that have been to see it with a later cast and they haven't enjoyed it as much.
Well, it's interesting because it's a big cast.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that cast right.
Yeah.
And I think, and I know we talked about this a bit earlier with Constantine, but they pulled us in straight away, those 2 characters, just dancing and listening to music. Yeah. And then, because they introduced people quite slowly. And, but I want to say a little mention to the 2 older ladies.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
One who hated Thatcher and just... And then you found out why she hated her. And I know that's what plays often do, but sometimes they don't give... very much. They leave quite a bit to your imagination or to your, less is more sometimes. But this one I thought really delivered.
It was, I mean, the script was just bang on, wasn't it? The Jez Butterworth. Oh, well done, you nailed it.
Yes, and so in the future as well, we're going to be hopefully giving shout outs to, as we go to more theatre, we may well recognise writers, directors and actors.
I know, we need to pick up on this a bit more, don't we?
Yes, we do, but we're getting there. All right, so we're getting to the end of the awards now. We are now on Best Venue.
Best Venue, okay. So this is an interesting one because James, we sort of just flew by the seat of our pants with this one, didn't we?
We did, and I feel a bit guilty because now the nominations are in. The one that I forgot to put in, which I really wished I'd done, is where the Box of Delights was.
Oh God, yeah.
Is it a musical? What's it called?
Wilton's Musical.
Wilton's Musical.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And if I remember...
I forgot as well. It's because we've only seen one thing there, whereas
we weren't hugely enchanted with what we saw, but the venue, oh my God, that gets a special mention.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, they have a bar and you can go there for many other things.
You can get married there if you want, I suppose.
Living the dream if you get married there.
Living the dream. So who's up?
Okay, so the nominations are the National Theatre, the Old Vic, the Young Vic, the Royal Court, and the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse. Oh, Columbo's tickling my feet. Okay, the winner is the National Theatre. So, why the National?
I've had a soft spot for it ever since I first went to it.
When we were students?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's a funny looking building. You don't imagine it to be a theatre, but inside it's designed, it's like the TARDIS really in a way. It's designed perfectly. The seats are brilliant.
Yeah.
Whichever venue, whichever space you're in, you're great.
You can always see, no matter what tickets you get, even if you're sat right at the back, you can always see. There's never anybody's head right in front of your face.
You feel like it's intimate. You're not like you don't need binoculars or any crazy stuff like that.
They've got. They've got some good bars. There's some amazing roof terraces, and they put on really, really interesting stuff.
Yeah, they're not afraid to get it wrong, and that's why I'm more forgiving. If we go and see something bad at the National, they're doing it because they're trying. They're trying to be experimental, and I'm so proud we've got a National Theatre.
It's really, really wonderful, and it's so built so well, designed so well. The acoustics are good. Everything about it's good.
And I love being in there.
Yeah.
You know, there's space to hang around. You know, you can go for a coffee, go for a meal, go and read a book or stuff.
Yeah. It's on the South Bank.
Yeah, and you can go in whenever you want, I think. You know, in the daytime. You can't go in at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no.
Try.
You've got the keys.
But, you know, like other places, you're let in at 6:45 and you're ferried around and there's nowhere to stand. And so, good on you, National Theatre.
Yes.
Who built it?
Oh, I don't know the name of the guy.
Gosh, I've forgotten who it is. I'm going to say Olivier.
Okay, say Olivier. I mean, you're wrong, but say it.
Yeah, completely.
Okay, next category.
All right, now this is one more a little bit out there, left field. And this one is Best Use of a Caravan.
Okay, so I didn't know about this award.
Yeah.
So best use of a caravan. Oh, but you know that there's 2 categories. There's 2 plays we could put up for this.
Well, I've got 2 plays on there.
Oh yeah, I thought that's just what it was.
Yeah.
And the winner is And Wise Children, which I think we should put in next year's award.
So, and the winner was part of a theatre,
the Vault
Theatre Festival. And we got invited along to that.
Yes.
And it was set in a caravan.
Yeah, and we both really enjoyed it, didn't
Loved
we?
it. Yeah, really, really good. A lovely night.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which I squeezed in there, was Wise Children, which had a caravan on set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm opening this. James has voted this one on his own. Selfish.
No, all the hundreds of voters.
The hundreds of voters.
Hundreds of thousands of voters.
And the winner is... Oh, no, I dropped it. Wise Children. Yay! Which is going to be in next year's awards again. So best use of the caravan, hands down, probably going to go to Wise Children again.
So keep hold of that.
Yeah.
Now, just before we reveal the last one, which is best play, as you may know, if you're a listener, we have a leaderboard.
Yes.
And after our awards tonight, it's going to be wiped.
Okay, but we're going to keep it for future reference, aren't we?
We'll have it.
It'll be on the back burner.
But we're going to wipe it every year, so new people can get to the top and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, seems fair.
And then this time next year, we'll have a whole new awards ceremony.
Yes.
So I'd just like to thank every single production we've been to, even if we've had to pay for our own tickets.
Yes.
Because it's just been magical.
It's been really good.
So well done. So finally, Vicky, I'm going to give you the envelope for best play.
Best play. It's a really great drum roll.
Hold on a minute.
Oh.
I think I might. You haven't done that.
Ooh.
That's fancy, isn't it?
That was fancy. Okay, so the nominations for best play are. I was doing a dramatic pause.
Got the X Factor.
Yeah. The Birthday Party.
Yes.
Inc., The Ferryman, and Network. I'm opening the envelope. It's taking me a little while with my tiny stubby fingers. And the winner is The Ferryman. Well done, The Ferryman.
Fantastic.
I think James and I did not agree on Network.
No, we didn't.
And The Birthday Party.
No.
So
I really like The Birthday Party. You didn't,
which
so
I
much.
didn't love.
And you really like Network, which I didn't love.
Yeah. So I think The Ferryman is a good choice.
Yeah, we both came away.
Both really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I stayed awake for the whole 3.5 hours.
It looked, I wasn't bored throughout the 3.5 hours. It looked brilliant. The acting was brilliant. The tone was brilliant.
Yeah, the writing was brilliant.
It had a goose on the stage.
Yeah, and a baby.
A baby, which appeared at the start of the third act.
I can't remember.
Second or third act. It was just there on its own. So, but really nice. And you go away thinking about it. In fact, I recommended it, so I got my sister and her partner to come and see it and all this kind of stuff. So
yeah. Well, I think a deserved win.
Yeah.
Well done to everyone in the Ferryman. I'm sure they'll be delighted to win this award.
Yes.
We should get some made.
We're going to get some awards made. They might not appear till next year. If anyone wants to sponsor our awards, so we could have like an award by Tango, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe something more.
Halfords.
50-minute theatre, sponsored by Halfords. Drive your car.
It totally works, doesn't it? What is theatre appropriate? Angels, the costume hire place.
Yes, ballet shoes, maybe.
Yeah.
Jazz shoes.
Jazz shoes, sponsor 15-minute theatre. Jazz shoes, that famous brand.
Peanuts.
KP. Do you know what? I love salt and vinegar peanuts, so KP, if you want to sponsor us, send some of them through.
Oh, yeah. Anyone who wants to sponsor us, send anything through.
Yeah, more than welcome.
All right, well, Vicky, thank you for a magical evening.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be dancing and partying way into the early hours now.
Oh, my goodness.
At least till 12:15.
Oh, minimum 12:15.
And thank you for listening, if you do listen. And
thank you.
Just one more request, please. If you want us to come and see your stuff, just drop us a line. We will come if we can.
And if you like what we do, please rate and review us, because it does help.
It really helps us to be found.
And,
and our listenership is building.
It is.
Yeah. So
slowly and steadily.
Thank you for listening. We really, really appreciate you listening.
That's the carver speaking. No, honestly, thank you very much.
Right, let's go sing some show tunes.
Let's go.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.